Were you able to experience something? Were you able to feel something? Yes? No? Or you just not sure? Not sure. Because the commentary, if you really follow word by word, it's saying that God is giving. However you look at God, God is always giving. It's coming to me. I am absorbing it. As I absorb, I am becoming light. See, so from the understanding of the person about God, and then he's describing that he's sending something, and the thought is about, is getting and is experiencing like that. No, so this is the basic of meditation. Whatever you want to experience, it has to come through your thoughts. So when we are sitting for meditation, we are thinking. Generally we think very fast, right? And then when you learn meditation, you are taught to think in a slow way, slowly. And ultimately you come to a point that you don't think too much, but you just keep the thoughts, the last thought you created, and then you feel it and just keep that feeling. So when you reach that level, you're not thinking anymore. You actually become the embodiment of the thoughts, and you are getting you are undergoing transformation. You are transformed already to a level that you feel very nice about that transformation. It's called meditation. Because meditation is charging. Say, you take a battery, torchlight. Okay. When the battery is full, then the light is powerful. But when the battery is weak, the light is not so powerful. So what do? We put new battery, or we charge the battery. So similarly for us also, that in our life, there are many times we don't feel charged now. We feel a lot of energy has been discharged from me. We feel low. You feel sometimes you are not enthusiastic, you feel emotional, you feel disturbed. That means your energy level is low. And your energy level is low because you have not been any creative way of thinking, looking at things in a positive way so that you can generate positive energy based on people's nature. Oh, this one is such a nice person. He helps people a lot. Always have a lot of respect for people. We must learn from him. When you keep thinking like that, as you are praising somebody, you are experiencing it, right? So you are charging that person, you are also charging yourself. So charging is allowing positive thoughts about the self, about others, about God to flow through you. And discharging is when you start using negative thoughts. In life, do you sometimes be negative? Or many times you are negative? And many times you don't know that in the first place you don't even know that you are negative. Then you think you are positive. And keep doing what you think that you are doing is by thinking that you are doing the right thing. So that's one aspect of. So we need to charge ourselves. We need to pause. We need to sit down somewhere and take time. Plan your time. What is it that you want to sort of think when you are sitting? And we say that the best thing is to think about some superior being. Yeah? In your own way, your concept of God. And that's the easiest way. Because you know why it's the easiest way? It's easy for people to see God as somebody powerful, What's your understanding about God? Tell me something positive. Or you don't think about God. Tell me something positive about. You're so excited about God. Or you don't get excited. Just say, don't worry about it. No. Whatever you say. Because you know why I'm asking this question? I just want to see whether you at all generate positive thoughts. I'm using the example of God, but generally people will say positive things about God. So whether some positive thoughts emerge inside you, because
Powerful.
God is powerful. How do you know God is powerful? We know people have been saying, and then there's if He's God, He is above everybody. To me, understanding of God is that I consider everybody is a soul. Everybody is living energies. No? Of all the living energies, there's one living energy who is very knowledgeable about everything and very powerful, and He is called God. Logics, no? When you think in this manner, okay, that entity exists, and then as you are thinking that He is powerful, how do you feel? When you say God is powerful, what do you feel? You don't feel powerful, no? You see, yes, there are people who say God is powerful, but they don't feel it. But if you say with feelings that God is powerful, already you feel the power. Right? So therefore, whatever description that we have about the positive nature of people, when you say from your heart, you are the one who are experiencing it there and then. And that is charging. Or you can just think about yourself. You are not ordinary. Are you? You are not ordinary. No, I am ordinary. This is what we do. No, I am ordinary. I am weak, I am not so good. I need to learn a lot. Oh, other people are so good. We think that we are not so capable and other people are more. So this is called low self-respect. See, if you consider yourself to be a creation of God, you're creations of God, right? Of course, your body is created through marriage and this and that. But every human being is created by God. If God is such a powerful person, would the creation not be powerful? Will God create a creation which is useless? So there are such strong grounds to think that as a creation of God, every entity, every person is a very special person in your own way. So therefore, if I can discover some speciality of mine and start appreciating, hey, I'm good, no? This is my ability. Sometimes you already know. Sometimes some people will tell you, hey, you're good at this. And some people, even when somebody says you're good at this, no, I don't think so. They reject, no? Because they don't understand. They don't have the knowledge that actually all of us are deep inside us. We are totally positive. But it's no. What is the point that if I know I'm totally positive, if I'm not using it, and let the thoughts about that I'm totally positive, I'm powerful, I'm loving, flow inside me with a lot of feelings. Otherwise, what's the worth that I have the thought that I'm totally positive? There's no worth, no? So when you totally accept yourself as a positive personality, then you start looking at your various nature and start appreciating it. So to charge ourselves means to start appreciating myself. Good, very good. Nobody need to tap me behind. I myself tap behind, say very good. Like this, we fail to appreciate ourselves. We always want some other people to appreciate ourselves and you feel great about it. Some people, they never appreciate others. They never appreciate us. And then sometimes they will say, oh, nobody appreciate me. Nobody said good things about me. Nobody even say hello to me. Do you say hello to others? Yeah?
Yeah.
But if you say hello to others, others will say hello to you. But if you don't say hello to others, others will not say hello to you. Some people say, nobody respects me here. They tell the children or tell the parents, my parents never respect me. But do you respect them or not? The law says, if you don't do, nobody is going to do it towards you. So therefore, as a person, I must develop the ability to always appreciate myself and appreciate others. When this habit of appreciating is the energy flows, that you are able to take out, and people also they give energy to us, that we energize ourselves. It is by having dealing with people or even nature. Do you appreciate nature? Why people go to the seaside? Why sometimes people go to the jungles? Is it they want to isolate themselves? What do they say?
Feel better.
They say, oh, there's so much to appreciate. Look at the bird. Look at this tree. Look at this. When you say like that, what do you feel inside? Happy. That's why people go. But actually, even without going out there, you can imagine. You can, through your imagination, you can create a forest in your imagination, in your own way, so beautiful, so clean, such a variety of species, and the way that animals are interacting, you can create this. And you can feel it. So, who give you happiness? You yourself. But that's the point that I want to arrive at. Don't think that somebody have to give happiness to us. I should generate happiness by having the policy that I just want to have. I want to be positive all the time. I don't want to be negative. So, do you be negative sometimes? Yeah? So, when you are negative, what do you feel? Bad.
Good.
Are you able to come out of that negativity immediately?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. But most times it will drag. You know why? Because the atmosphere around us is more negative than positive in the world. You look at the things happening in the world. You look at the news. Lot of things are negative things. The moment you see, oh, this is creating lot of fear, lot of hatred, lot of anger. So therefore, these vibrations of negativities are a lot in this world. Do you think in the world lot of people are happy, lot of people are positive? Do you think so?
Yeah, I think they are.
They are?
Yeah, I think
Some.
yeah.
Some. Definitely there are people happy. It's not all of them are happy. Because there are the whole world, if you see, the nature of the world, the environment of the world is deteriorating. And second thing I see is the character of people is actually deteriorating. There was a time people are very virtuous, very kind, but today people are very selfish and all kind of the dirty things they do and all kind of violent things they do. So therefore, the world is deteriorating and a lot of negative atmosphere. And that's the reason why we most times when we fall into negativity, difficult to come out. So therefore, I must make a life policy, not insurance policy, life policy, not for your life, living life, a policy that no matter what happens, I want to be happy. Because when you are happy, you feel life is so worth living. Life is enjoyable. You can enjoy a lot of happiness inside you. Surely everybody wants to enjoy happiness, right? Everybody wants to be happy. So if you are not happy, the reason is you are the one who created it. That's why you are not happy. So therefore, the way to charge ourselves is to be positive all the time. So then question arises, how to be positive all the time? not possible all the time to be positive. But to me, it is possible to be positive all the time, or most of the time. All the time, maybe not. Then I am perfect, you see. So most of the time can be positive, provided you have been doing meditation for a long time, and you have the policy that I maintain this policy, whatever happens. I want to be detached from the negative things around me. You know what detachment means? Detachment means you are there, but I am not thinking about you. Somebody is angry, no? Somebody is angry in front of you. If you think about that angry person, what will happen? If you describe the angry person, what will happen to you? The anger will jump into you because you are creating yourself to be angry by seeing and describing a negative person. Say you are the father and the son, your son is getting angry. What do you do after some time? If it doesn't quieten, if he keeps getting angry, you will become wild and you will shout at him. So that anger, because I listened, then it affected me because I don't have control, and then it became anger because I never had the policy that no matter what I should not get angry and try my best to be positive on me. So I allowed this process to take place. So we introduced the concept you need to be detached from negative things and detached from the kind of people who talk negative. People like to gossip a lot about others. When you talk to somebody, you're describing, oh, this person is good. They say, yeah, he is good. He's good, but yeah, having said so many good things, he will say, but he is like this. And then that's what they will hold to. So logically, if there are so many good things, I should be holding all that good things and be happy about the person. Today is like that. Our habits are always focusing on negative things. Therefore, I must now consciously change myself, because I want to keep myself charged all the time. If you keep yourself charged all the time, how your life will be? Happy. You want to be happy all the time, right? Nobody will say, I don't want to be happy. And nobody will say, I want to be angry all the time also. The person who gets angry also, he is not happy to be angry, but he got angry. And what will he say? If you ask somebody who gets angry, what will he say?
Blame other people.
He will blame others. Yeah, he said, I got angry because of you. See? 3 fingers showing, I got angry because of me. See, 3 fingers. But I say because of him. The principle is, okay, now he got angry. He got angry and he threw that anger on me. I have a choice, right? I have a choice. But if I am not a strong person, his anger will penetrate me. And I myself, even though at the beginning of the conversation I was not angry and I am happy and all that, when his anger, intensity of the anger increases, it can penetrate, and as we are living in a world that is a lot of negativity, the anger inside me gets feeded by his anger. His anger goes inside, make the anger inside me living, and that's why I get angry. So if I think in that, does it make sense or not? What am I explaining? I got angry, seemingly because he threw the anger on me. But in reality is that because I still have an anger in me, and his anger just gave the anger in me more push to become angry, and therefore the power of anger in me now have increased. So when we analyze this way, then the issue that will come, so who is responsible for to remove your anger? I am responsible. So we stop blaming people and we become very focused on ourselves. That I, no matter what, I am responsible to whatsoever happening to me, negative or positive. Let me become a responsible person. Okay, now you are a responsible person. Now you are crying because somebody said something or something happened. How will you talk to yourself? Okay, somebody got angry, shouted at you, you couldn't hold it, you are crying. How do you talk to yourself? You will say, I am responsible. I must be a responsible person. Why should I cry? Why should I cry? He is angry, but I don't have to get angry. But at that time, if you are crying, I will say, I am not a responsible person because I allowed myself to cry. But why you allowed yourself to cry is, you are not accepting yourself that no, deep inside you, you have got totally positive qualities. Each creation is like the Creator. Deep inside they have these qualities. It cannot be that, no, you don't have anything and the Creator created. So I have to start believing that deep inside me I have got positive qualities. And if somebody saying something makes me disturbed, it's because I didn't know how to take out these positive qualities. I have not accepted wholeheartedly that I am positive. Or I never really give me total chance to let me just assume. Let me take it that I am totally positive. What's wrong? And then let me hold on to that positive qualities. Let me develop it then. So you can try this and see, because most people, when we say that you got all the positive abilities inside you, people reject. So therefore, if you're already rejected at that level, then it's not going to grow. But if you give yourself a chance, give me a chance, and then you talk to yourself and start feeling these things, so you know that there is some amount of transformation. So, but that's called effort. If I don't do anything, simply just listening, oh, somebody said this, brother said, we all are totally positive, or maybe, and if you don't do anything about it, nothing is going to happen. You are responsible for creating yourself. So you are responsible for creating yourself to be positive, and that exercise is, I need to think positively whenever I get the time. That's how I gradually grow. You see? And then when I become positive, what kind of energy I will pull towards myself?
Positive and
Good energy.
You will pull positive energy. You see? I worked on transforming myself. I am not asking anything from anybody. Because of the positivity, it is pulling positive energy from outside. So similarly also, when you are positive, God's energy comes to you. You know the sunlight. So the whole solar system, no? The sunlight is energizing the whole solar system. If you want, you are in the room. Will the sunlight come in? Will the sunlight be able to come in? You open the window. Will the sunlight come in? Yes. So if the sunlight come in, you can enjoy the sunlight, right? So similarly, that is when you become positive, the positive qualities of God comes inside you. You don't have to ask. You don't have to beg, because positive pulls positive. Such a simple principle that so long as you are positive, positive qualities will come to you, and then the more you are able to experience the positivity in a feelingful way. Feelingful way means that in a very deep way, like love. Deep love for you and for others. There's deep love. You're kind of a person who got a lot of love for yourself and for people. Love from God will come to you. Love from others will come to you. I remember the Buddhists used to say they don't believe in God, yeah, or maybe they take God, Buddha like equivalent to God. They say we must become like Buddha because Buddha taken to be so virtuous. So end of the day, what does it mean? That he is virtuous, so you want to become like him, you become virtuous. So when you are virtuous, the highest of all, the most virtuous person is God, and God's power comes to you. There are many people who don't believe in God, but they're very disciplined people, very kind people, have a lot of feeling for people. These people, I find that most of them, they wake up early morning, and they always spend time as they wake up, they read something philosophical. When you read something philosophical early in the morning, when you are so fresh, these positive thoughts are going inside. And then whole day they become very active. And they do very well because they are virtuous and people are willing to help. In the work environment, people are willing to help. See, positivity works. Positivity empowers you. Positivity pulls positivity towards you, and you are in control. So that's the way to charge ourselves. And if we do meditation in a state that if you come to a level that you are able to feel, no? Do you know what does it mean feeling? To feel, loving, yeah, loving, no. One is just the word love. The other one is, because if I say I love you, it's meaningless if I don't. That energy, that the energy that goes with the words. Then only when you feel that energy, then you will believe that I love you. But if I say I love you and the energy not there, that means I am a person with no feelings. I am a very dry person. I am a mechanical person, and that was what I was before. A very very intellectual person. No? When somebody, there was a time I needed to advise somebody. So, in the course of teaching meditation, so that person come and I say, what you have done is not right, it's wrong. But that person is emotional, so the person crying. For me, why this person is crying? Logically, something is wrong. Just have to accept and keep moving and just learn. When that person go and told somebody, and then somebody, she's crying in the room, what did you tell her? So I didn't tell anything. But maybe I should have told in a manner, in a tone, with a lot of feelings, some motivation that don't worry, we are beginning, you can change, something like that. Then it is, you see, when you are motivating somebody, what touches people? Is it the word? Sometimes. What touches the people more? The feelings with which somebody is speaking. That feelings touches your feelings. Then it catches. So in life, when we want to become positive, we should really become feelingsful people. Then everything works perfectly. When you want to sit for meditation, when you remember the powerhouse, God, and then when you express your love for God, for making you as what you are, so positive, and you being able to experience positivity, then you will say from your heart, what will you say from your heart? Thanks God, thanks.
Thank
God,
you.
thanks.
A big thank you.
Grateful. The way we need to become people with, we should be grateful to people who helped us and grateful to God. This feeling grateful is a very powerful weapon for transforming ourselves positively. So, are you a grateful person? Are you a person who appreciates others? Are you always able to wish good for people? Then you will find that you will be able to meditate very well, because your positivity will catch that positive energy from God. Other than that, when we sit for meditation, we can even enter into a conversation Because see, the concept of God is he's not going to harm anybody. Even a person who can be a worst person in the world, in God's eyes, hey, that's my creation. If he is worse in the world, I need to do something to uplift him. That's how he looks at it. The concept that I have understood is totally positive. So therefore, whenever I remember him, I always would want to appreciate him for all the things, all the good things that happen in my life. I thank God, I thank God. And then I can also start. God is your father, right? Can you take it? Okay, God as your creator, do you have a right over the what the creator is supposed to provide for the creation? He's created you. So you have a right over your creator. Like a father created the child has right over father's property, father's inheritance. So then you can also think in this way that if he has created me, I have a right over whatever he has. And what has God have? What does he has? Everything, right? You can describe so many ways. So whatever he has, I also have. That's the first understanding that I must accept wholeheartedly. I may not have now, but my logic should say, hey, why not? Based on this logic of taking inheritance, I should be having. So let me say I have. And start working on it. Then start feeling the thing, start developing using the thing. Then it will grow. You know, it's a kind of a seed. What I'm sharing with you is kind of a seed you're going to plant. Then as you keep thinking about it, like small roots will be emerging. So your thoughts will be like a root. And in the beginning also, you need to listen to this kind of talks, or we have classes, and you say you are coming here regularly now and then to listen to classes. These classes are like manure and like water, like that. So these roots will grow more, and then it will reach a level the roots can find water and other things on its own. Until then, you have to get this sustenance. It's clear. So I have to really make effort in the beginning. After that, I can be self-sustaining. Then, if the roots are very well established, the tree will grow and then it will give fruits. That means your nature would have transformed, and people take a lot from you. People will admire you. The way you talk, the way you deal with people, the way you go out of the way to help. All this is naturally, I am helping people. The best help we can give to others is, what is it?
Best wishes.
Huh?
Best wishes. Best wishes.
Best vision.
Wishes.
Wishes, best wishes. The best help we can become an example for people, that as a person who is virtuous. In all situations, you are a giver. You are not a beggar. A person who gets angry is a beggar. Is it true? Because an angry person, what does he want? What does he want? He doesn't want anger. He doesn't want anger. Anger is ruling him. But what he really needs, he wants peace. So he is deeply crying inside to say, give me peace, give me peace, give me peace. So he's a beggar. But you, through this process of thing, a person always have good wishes for others, mercy for people, go out of the way to help. So this kind of good qualities will grow. When these good qualities grow, in terms of your nature, God's nature is this, your nature is more and more becoming positive. You are very close to, in the neighborhood of God. Your positivity pulls God near, and so you are surrounded by positive qualities, and your life sure will definitely be always very happy because your nature is very good. This is in terms of theoretically I am explaining, but the process will take time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's effort. Because if it's going to happen overnight, everybody will become so virtuous. But we know that it's not going to happen like that in any process also. In any aspect also, nothing is going to happen overnight. We have to work for it, and therefore the law will say, because you put in so much of effort in you transform, no, I will reward you. Because in the world there are not many people who are really virtuous and go out of the way to help others. I will reward you. So the reward system will work on you. Reward will come to you. But I must put the effort. So I am encouraging you to know more and more about you, and then think a little bit deeply about it, and then do some meditation, and you will grow. Now, let me give you some examples. One of the power to face. We need to have power to face. I had a friend. I and he were both studying in the same school. I belong to the type who like to study, work hard. But he didn't study hard. When the exam results came, I had very good result, but he got only grade B, second grade. But he from my village. So he come and told me, hey, when you go back to village, don't tell people I got grade B, second grade. Because, why? Why did he say that?
He's
shy.
Shy. Why is shy? Oh, he has the fear.
Yeah.
Fear to
face.
what will people say about me? Look, this person has got good result. I didn't get good results, and what will people say? Oh, I cannot face it. So please. And until today, I have not told anybody. And to you, I'm telling, but I'm not telling who is it and who is his name. Just an example. Why? Because he has fear. But how do we remove fear? How do we remove fear? Just say.
By removing your ego?
Huh?
By removing your ego?
Yeah, you just let go your ego. What else? Ego itself is negative, yeah? So let go the negativity. Fear is negative. Fear comes because I'm not truthful. I have failed, okay? My marks are not so good. Okay, I have failed. I realized. Then I will admit, no, I was playful and so this happened. Don't worry, it's not the end of life. I will work hard and I will come out of it. Finish. I am not truthful. I wanted to create a false image that I too did very well. Why I want the false image? My ego. I want to maintain the image that I am as good as this person also. See, it's false. And for me, so I'm just saying, whenever you go back to truth, the truth is you are a creation of God. So, who is God? God is ultimate truth. So from that ultimate truth, we who are created by Him, we have so much of truth inside us. Truth is inside. It will speak to you when you go, when you question why you are behaving in this way. The truth will speak to you and guide you how you should think. But because we don't know the method of doing it, so this is how we protect ourselves. So that person, because he didn't have the truth, he doesn't have the understanding. So here we are saying your soul, your creation of God, and soul is totally positive. Just use that quality. Except, even after my education, I got degree in chemical engineering. I never had confidence to speak in English because I was from Tamil school and this and that. No. So after graduation, also when I go for meetings, in meetings I will not speak. I will not speak. The meetings are conducted in English. I will not speak in English. I will speak in my national language. Because national language I am good at that. I don't want to speak in English because in case my grammar is not right, or I use the wrong word, what people will say? Look at this person, call himself graduate. He can't even speak English. People will say, it's my prediction. So if people say in front of so many people, I would feel shy. So therefore I better keep quiet. But after I learned meditation, in learning about myself, that you are an energy, and you, as an energy, you are just like you are a mirror of the Creator. If that's the case, I have love inside me, I have peace inside me, I have happiness inside me. So what does it matter if I speak English wrongly? What does it matter if they say you are stupid? But I know. It doesn't matter if people call me stupid because I got happiness inside me. I know how to be happy, how to be peaceful, how to be cool. And after all, end of the day, these are the things, even anybody so good also, these are the things they want. I am not so good in terms of language, but I already got it. So I was very happy. From that point I developed confidence, and then I keep the principle that so long as I communicate and relay the message, language is not important. Since I became brave, it changed my thinking at that time. So why I'm giving this example, this is the way of thinking amidst of negativity, so that you can look at it positively. Even in the case, sometimes you have to cooperate with people. Sometimes, many times you have to cooperate. Cooperate how? If there's something positive, something good for the society, sure we should cooperate, right? Because it's going to bring benefit. But there are sometimes it may not be really good for the society, but it may be good for the person who I am dealing with, that I have to cooperate with him. Just like the example I gave, my colleague, he told me, don't tell anybody. I didn't tell. You know why? Because if I tell, I'm damaging. And then even if I tell, why didn't you study properly and this and that, it will hurt him. I just want to accept him as he is. And I don't want to look down. Yes, he failed, but I know, so what? As I mentioned before, he can still, and I know that after that he did well and now he's doing very well. It can happen. So I accept him as he is, because even if I continue to attack him based on his negativity, he will become worse off. So this is called the power to cooperate. Cooperate for good things, but cooperate on somebody who is negative, but you know that he himself has been working very hard to transform himself, but he couldn't do. So I don't reject him. So when I say I don't reject him, what does it mean? I am accepting him. I am giving my energy. Hey, don't worry, I am here. I will give you company. So sometimes when negative people are there, it's no point in your house, in your family, somebody behavior. There are all kind of odd behavior that you will not like. So many I can tell, and you also know in your family. Yeah, God knows every family. So no need to tell. So now we have to, the way to think about it, that perhaps he is also working how to transform himself. But because he does not know the method how to transform himself, because he does not know that he should start looking at him positively and give it a try, experiment it, and see some initial results and get motivated. Maybe he's trying, then he's not getting it, and here you are thinking negative about him. So it's like carrying a big stone and putting on his head. He's already heavy of his inability to transform. Now you are putting us. So the way I share with you, see, I am looking at it positively. So this way of looking at it will help them. Like your children. Nowadays children is quite exposed, The behavior is not easy for you to control. So whatever it is, never fail to give a lot of love for the children. Even they are bad. He should feel that, yes, my parents are strict, they are this, they are very loving. someday, for whatever things they are doing wrongly, he will, because the law, anybody is negative, the thing will come back to them. And then suddenly now they will say, oh, I am independent. If you are going to push me too much, I'll move out. They will do. But you, as parents, you have to care. He is negative, but don't put more burden on him. It doesn't matter he is not following you. Let him always stay in front of you, so that you observe what's happening to him. And then when critical time comes, you are there to help him. So if you can show that kind of a love, I think that's the way to move forward in building people who are negative, who ultimately will have to confront the negativity, and ultimately they will need help. And when they need help, you are there. Otherwise, they will say, where will I go? I already, I rejected my parents, and with what face I will go and so on. So this is called power of cooperation. We need this in the world today. You got it, now? It's real. These are real problems and real way of thinking. But in order for you to really do like this, you need to have a lot of. I'm speaking based on my experience and of doing meditation for a long time, because that energy is making me to speak. But for you, you don't have that much of energy, so you will bound to follow the wrong way. So I'm just telling, okay, try to work a little bit harder and build yourself up. Don't worry about wanting to transform your children. You become very positive that the children's negativity or whosoever negativity